So how do you start off your pheasant chicks? Where do you feed them? Where do you brood them? What do you put down for ground cover? All that. We're gonna go over that in this video, guys, and I'm gonna give you guys a tip on how to give your pheasants some superpowers. Yes, guys, we are back. Now, I'm glad you guys joined me for this one. This one's gonna be pretty fun. I got a lot of work to do, and you guys are gonna watch me work, okay? That's the story of my life, people watching me work. Anyways, what are we gonna do on this episode? What are we gonna do, guys? We are going to, well, we had a viewer suggest a video idea, and it was a perfect idea for this time of year. And that is, how do you get your pheasant chicks off to a great start, you know? So I thought, you know, that's perfect. I know I went over this before, maybe a year or two ago. We're gonna go over it again, okay? And you know what, probably next spring we'll go over it again and again and again and again and again and over and over. But here's the kicker, guys. I might not, I'm pretty sure I don't brood my chicks like everybody else, okay? Now, I brood my chicks on the ground in these 4x4 little huts, you know? And it's worked for me. You know, you take up less space inside of a building or out structure like that, and it helps. And having your chicks on the ground from day one, boom, that is, you know, or day two, because you leave them in the incubator or the hatcher for a day, right? So, yeah, I like to brood my chicks right on the ground, build up those antibodies, and feed my chicks. I'm gonna show you guys. I usually feed them just regular chick starter, medicated chick starter. And I've had to do non-medicated before. I didn't see much of a difference in them, but I used the Purina, and my feed store didn't have it. So we're gonna use a little bit different kind of chick starter. But I mean, it's pretty basic, but there's a couple little things that you can do differently with your pheasant chicks compared to chickens, okay? So let's get your chicks off to a great start. We got a lot of work to do. I got to set up that other brooder, and I got some chicks that are about a week old right now, so we can go over those, and you know, we'll feed those as well. So yeah, basically, I'm just going to teach you guys how to be the most awesomest pheasant breeders on the planet. Okay, or close to it. You'll be up there. Let's go, guys. Okay, so now usually I would go around, make the rounds, collect some eggs, and we're not going to do that this time. We're going to make the rounds, but we're going to make it kind of quick because I got some new viewers, some new subscribers, and I just want to share, you know, some of the breeders I got here, and kind of like how I operate a little bit, okay? So basically I have these pins right here, and then I have some pins all up in there, and so yeah, I raise some different species, some Swinhoes right here. I'll give you guys a closer look. I'll just pop in there real quick and see if there's some eggs, but these guys have been taking a little bit of a break. So I don't know how much longer they're gonna go, but these are my Swinhoes right here. And basically I just raise these pheasants and I incubate their eggs. I do not, I do not let the mothers incubate and raise their own young because they can be unreliable. All right, so let's go just say hi to the birds real quick, and I'll pop in there later and I'll collect the eggs. But here's a Lady Amherst pheasant and his two females right here. These guys have started laying pretty good, and I got some Impians, or Impian pair right here, and we already got a chick hatch from this group, or from this pair, sorry. All right, and so in here we have Tragopans. Just say hi to them real quick. Here, Mrs. Tragopan, she'll come up to the camera. Hey, Mrs. Tragopan. We got one egg out of her so far. Oh yeah, you too, Mr. Tragopan. Yeah, that's already in the incubator. We'll see if things are going well this year. Oh yeah, he's a happy, happy boy. All right. So yeah, basically I just raised up these birds, and we'll hatch them young, and I'll trade with other avian enthusiasts across the country. And we'll keep these birds as pure as we can without too tight of inbreeding, you know. I do encourage line breeding though, because you know, you do want to lock in those genes to get some good genetics going on and save those genetics. Yep. I have some Reeves eggs in there. Oh yeah, about Christopher, he never came back. But his girls, I would think for like another couple weeks, they'll be laying fertile eggs, then it'll taper off. Don't know what we're gonna do yet. I mean, I'm sure we're gonna replace them because I do like the Reeves pheasants. Anyhow, here's his girls. Yeah, I'm gonna miss Christopher. He's my chitter chatter buddy. You believe that bird got 7.2 million views on TikTok? Crazy. Yeah, here you guys, let me show you something real quick, little tip. Okay, I'm not gonna go in there right now. There's an egg, but there's a cage in there, inside of Boss's pen. He was being a little too rough with a certain hen, so I didn't want to take her out, because if I would have took her out, she would get used to being away from Boss. Boss would be used to getting away from her, and then when I enter, or when I bring them together again, it'd be even worse. So they gotta live together, but he's gotta leave her alone. He's really focused on her. You guys see that? So I put her in this dog kennel here. She's already laying an egg. I put her in this dog kennel here, that way she can live with them, but be safe. He's a little too rough. A couple years ago, he was the same way. I had to separate him and pull him just completely out of the pen. If I have to do that, I will. Well, there's an egg back in there. We'll get it later. But yeah, if I have to do that again, I will. But for now, we'll just see how this goes. See young yellows in here. Hey, Popeye, how you doing, buddy? Anyhow, oh yeah, Penny, my pea hen. She's only 1 year old, but she's up there sounding like she's making a nest. It's so weird. I've heard pea hens kid lay at 1 year old, but mine 2 years. I don't know what she's doing up there. She's doing something though. Also, since I'm over here on this side of the pheasantry here, you guys know that we're planting some wildflower and some grass here, just a little sectioned area. And I'm also gonna, excuse me, I'm also gonna clean this up right here and put down some red mulch. And yeah, I don't know if I'll do it on this video, but definitely my next video, you will see a difference there. Oh yeah, we have another model pair here. She's too young to lay, but next year she'll be on and popping. Ain't that right, little miss? Now I know my regular viewers, they know my birds, and I know you guys still want to see them, but this little walk around is for my new guys, and it's for it's for everyone. Yeah, everyone. Yeah, even you. Okay. All right, let's check up on these guys. Another Lady Amherst. There's a beauty. What's up there, buddy? Isn't he beautiful, guys? How's the new aviary going? Oh, Albert and Friends. I think that's what I'll call this aviary. Well, look at Martha. She has an egg back there. Can you guys see it? Now, Martha isn't laying any fertile eggs because Albert isn't doing his job. I mean, from what I've seen so far, the early eggs, we still have some eggs and I'm still incubating these to give them a chance, but I don't see him doing much with her, you know? Check your boy there, little parakeet. Check your boy. Oh, something's going on back here, guys. We gotta check it out. Probably a whole lot of nothing. Pedro flipping out for no reason. Calling the dogs. Pedro, are you just screwing with the dogs, dude? You are, aren't you? You guys see Pedro, he calls the dogs over and gets them all riled up. Sometimes when I go in Pedro's pen, he calls the dogs on me. Yeah, crazy, huh? What's the matter, dude? You got food back there. He acts like he's starving. All right, you guys, now is the time we have to set up that other brooder. I mean, we got chicks in the hatcher right now that need to come out. Pedro. It's a jungle out here. Anyhow, yeah, we need to set up that other brooder before we can even attempt to take the chicks out of the hatcher. So let's handle that business. Right, Prince? My boy Prince. That's right, buddy. That's right. Next year, that train will be longer. Don't worry. He's a good guy. He's breeding the girls already. Can you believe that? Hold on, guys. Coffee break. All right. You guys talked me into it. We'll just take a little peek in the hatcher and see what's going on in there. I hear peeping. Yes, I do. What have we got in here? Oh, wow. Hatchback mania. What? Man, we got a good hatch rate. Nice. Some Reeves, some Swinhoes, some Silvers, Yellows, and regular Goldens. Check out all the mono eggs, folks. Yeah, some of those are Martha's, and I don't expect them to hatch, but we're gonna try them anyways. I'll candle them and throw them out as I candle them. And right here, that's Mrs. Tragapon's egg, right there. Cool beans, huh? Then we have another mono egg right here in the hatcher. Okay, are you guys happy? I gave you a little peek. I got the chicks all riled up, and now they're like looking forward to getting out, and I just shut the door on them. That's all right. We need to set up that brooder, and then we'll get them back. We'll get them out. Okay, so here's my brooder set up. You got 3 here, or sorry, excuse me. You got the one group here that is going. This group right here will go in and grow out together. It's one little happy family. But we're gonna set up the new brooder right here for the chicks today. And then of course we have a third one over here. And hopefully, here's my plan to stay away from building a 4th brooder. Now these things are big enough to hold some chicks. I've put a lot of chicks in each one of these. But as I need a 4th one, those will be ready to come out. And then I can put the 4th group in there. And then it'll be like a continuous cycle between them, you know. So when I need the 4th brooder, those will go to grow out and we'll be set. That's the plan.
Self-learn myself.
That's the plan anyway. Now, back to brooder business. Let's set that up. And I'm gonna show you guys how I do it. Okay, we're gonna be splitting tracks here. And what I mean by that, doing things that not everybody does. You know, doing things what works for us. That's what we do. Not splitting tracks intentionally, but just doing what works for us. Now we have some carabiners. I gotta go find them. But for now, I just had the screwdriver sitting in here. Hello, Frank. How are you doing, sweetie? I know. I'm slacking on your feed this morning. I am slacking on your 3rd meal. She's gonna have to wait, girl. All right, so I need to rake out these leaves because I put down topsoil. You know, it's a lot less of a fire hazard than straw. And so that's the reason why I'm taking out the leaves as well, so that way nothing catches on fire. I'll set up the heat lamp right up in here, you know, and this is a 4x4 structure that is just set on the ground. Now, of course, a chick could fit out of here, but by the time they can jump up here, they cannot. I've even had quail brooding in here, and they never left, or they never got out, so that was cool. Just have your little boards on the side here, keep them contained, you know, until they can fly. Yeah, so this has some blockage from the wind on all 3 sides, basically in front too, like in half increments, you know, or at least the door to be half. But you want to protect it from the wind too, because they're being brooded outside, not in a building. So make sure there's no wind. And if it's really chilly, like I did with that cardboard next door, you know, you can just put it over the open space here. Feed bags work great because you can just staple a feed bag up here, an empty feed bag, and it blocks the wind. The next day, if it's nice, just take it down, no problem. But yeah, I'm gonna rake this out. I'm gonna put some bricks on the side there too, kind of contain them from digging out. Frank, I was just telling everybody how I'm gonna clean that out. You're gonna investigate, make sure it's safe? Okie dokie. You handle your business. Alrighty, Frank. I gotta get in there, girl. Okay, we got the perimeter secure. Now, we're going to put down some topsoil. You could use sand too, but I have found with my quail chicks that they'll eat the sand and it could disrupt their digestive system and they'll get pasty butt really bad and they'll die. So I found, now we don't have any quail going in here today, but eventually we will. So sand for the larger chicks, just fine, but all around, the topsoil works for everyone. Here's a little tip. Now, if you're going to use topsoil, that's going to have little pieces of bark in it. And this stuff right here can be flammable, not nearly as much as straw, believe me. But keep your heat lamp up high. If you have it down too low, it'll burn this stuff right here. Other than that, it works just fine. Lots safer than straw or shavings. Okay, we got our heat lamp right here. We'll get the bulb in a second. Okay, so we have our bulb. Now, sometimes when I'm doing these projects and I'm trying to get chicks out of the brooder or out of the hatcher, go in the brooder, I'm like in a hurry. Like, I want to get them out of there quick. But what slows me down is realizing most people aren't even awake right now. I got a good jump on this. Okay, so now with the brooder being set up, just need to get some food and water in there. All right, you guys, water and feeder time. I got my little setup going on here. All right, so let's start with waterers. Okay, here's a tip, guys. You just take some pheasants out of the hatcher. You're gonna set them in the brooder. You don't want your chicks to drown, okay? And these ones right here are little baby quail waterers right here. They can't fit in here to drown. Let me show the other ones. And these ones right here will work. Just as good, right? But put some marbles in it so that way the chicks can't get in and drown. Because, you know, when you first take your chicks out of the hatcher, they're just getting their footing, you know, they're just getting their balance. So if you don't have marbles in this thing and they stumble across, you know, land on their back inside of here, they'll drown in the water, you know. Put some marbles in here and then you're set. I don't have any marbles on hand, so I'm gonna start them off with this. And then, you know, after about a week or whatever, even after about 5 days or whatever, you can go to this without any marbles and they'll be fine, you know, because if they stumble in and fall in, they'll just jump right out. But at first, yeah, be careful. Now, you guys know about the feeders, right? You know, little contraption here. Okay, well, when I start my pheasants and quail out, even peafowl, you know, I'll take this part off, start them on this. You know, this is what I brought the towel out here for, dry it up a little bit. Yeah, they'll stumble across this even better, you know. And if you guys can, another tip is get you a little chicken chick to start them off eating, and they'll show them right where the food is at. But I found that they like the tapping sound. Now, if you don't have one of these, you're using some kind of other feeder, use the coffee lid cover or a, you know, some kind of lid cover, a little plastic something, you know, so they can, or even a plate will do, you know. They'll make more of a mess quicker, but there's something that makes that little tapping sound. It really helps them. So, and here's our medicated chick starter. Now, I have had success You know, there's a lot of debate, medicated or unmedicated. I've had a lot of success with both, okay? Usually I use the Purina, you know, Chick Start that's medicated, but they didn't have it, so my wife picked up some Bar Ale, some local, you know, Chick Starter right here. We'll give it a shot, and we'll see how it goes. But I've had no problems with Purina either, medicated or non-medicated. But I will say this, for your pea fowls, for your pea chicks, use the medicated Purina Chick Starter. You know, I have had luck with that, with those guys, and the breeder I got my peafowl from, he, you know, he's all for that. So yeah, that's the peafowl situation. But right now we're talking about some pheasants, so we're gonna use this newer stuff, you know, simple as that. Just set that in their brooder there. And the biggest tip, now I said at the beginning of the video I was going to teach you guys how to give your chicks superpower and how to get them off to a great start. And what that is hard-boiled egg. You know, chop some hard-boiled egg and put on their feeder. Throw a little bit around the ground too, but mostly in their feed, because they'll peck through that. See, what it is with the hard-boiled egg, why they take to it so fast, is because they're curious and they peck around at stuff. So when they peck around and they get a little bite of that hard-boiled egg, it feels good to them. It's soft, it's moist, it's squishy, and it tastes good. So they'll continue eating it. Now, if you start them off with the egg crumbs on this, even when they run out of the egg crumbles, they'll still peck through the food looking for that egg. And as they're doing that, they'll get a taste of this stuff and see this as a close runner-up. And then after they're well established and know where their feed is, you don't have to give them so much egg crumbles. It works. We're going to do that here in a second. I'm just showing you guys what I got going on here. Oh, electrolytes. You guys see the electrolytes here? Hey, Gus. Thank you. Gus? Must be important. Anyhow, yeah, this Save a Chick electrolytes, this is what I put in their water, especially at first, the first couple weeks or so. Now, this little packet right here will do 1 gallon. So we got the quart. So of course we're going to do about 1/4 of it. I don't measure it out completely. I just take a little guess, you know. You're going to be a little off, but it won't hurt the chicks, you know. Yeah, probably a little bit more than 1/4 there, but they'll be fine. Then you get you something to stir it with. What do I got up here? A rusty nail? No, don't stir it with that. Got a stick. Stick works. Or you can use something in your kitchen too. Sometimes I just use things around me so I don't have to go too far. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna take our little starter quail waterer, twist it on there, and you guys get the deal. So before we take the chicks out, we're gonna set them up with some feed and water, and then we'll get the chicks, and then after that, we'll get the hard-boiled egg. We'll chop that up, because we gotta give the other chicks some too, all right? You know what I'm saying? Right? Right, Gus? That's what it's all about. I love my Gus, guys. I love him. He always trying to tell me something, but he don't speak no English. Huh? He don't speak nothing. He speak dog. I'll learn how to speak dog just for you. Okay? You ain't got to change. I'll change. Another great tip, if you guys are going to do it this way, you know, on topsoil, lay down something flat for your water. It'll stay cleaner longer. And also it does help to put warm water in your water at first. That way don't shock them too much, you know. That's it. All right, you guys, for the moment you've been waiting for. No, not princess playing. Let's get in the hatcher and take out those chicks, huh? All right, you guys. What do we got in here, huh? These ones are Goldens, just our regular golden color. These ones are yellow golden. Now, usually I had rubber bands on the ends of these, but I ran out of rubber bands. Imagine that. So I had to put zip ties on the other end. Cute little buggers. Whoa, whoa, buddy. Check them out. Little golden. All right, you guys, here we go. Silver. Pedro's offspring here. Now, I did have to put 2 yellows back because I think they were late hatches. And, yeah, we want to give them some more time to get on their feet, get their strength up and relax and fluff out and all that. Couple more silvers. Wow. Only, wow, only 1 egg didn't hatch of the silvers. Good job, Pedro. Are you guys counting along? Because I'm losing count. Oh, right. Look at these guys all bunched up in the corner here. These hatch bags works great. Look at that, guys. It's like being in a nest under their mother, all cuddled up. Okay. So, Reeves. How many Reeves did we get? 100% hatch rate on the Reeves. Wow. Now, this group was part of that power outage. Unbelievable. Okay. Well, when Christopher left us, he left something behind, right? Okay. Reeves. Check them out. All right. So we have 7 Reeves. That was easy. Okay, guys. Okay. Jeez, these guys are feisty. You guys are the offspring of Christopher, aren't you? I really lost count. Oh my gosh. 100% hatch rate on the swin hose. All 2 of them. But that's a success. Yeah. Nice. Little swin hose. And here they are. Ready to go in the brooder. Great hatch this week. Very great hatch. There's one of the yellows. This one was okay to come out. Guys, 2 other buddies had to stick around in the hatcher for a little bit. We'll fluff out and get their strength. Well, that's a bunch of them, isn't it? All right, now. Let's get you guys started, huh? A little dip in the water there. If I can get a grip on you. There we go. Oh. You can tell that's a Reeves. He's gone. Zoom. Okay. I have a feeling these Reeves are going to teach all the other birds how to drink. They're feisty. They're like little round-bodied. You know, compared to like a silver. Like here's a silver right here. A little longer. Okay. There's another silver. Swinho. Look at you guys. This is awesome, guys. We had a great hatch this week. Yeah. Sometimes things just level out, you know. The bad news coming about Christopher. And then we hatched a bunch of chicks from him. And, you know. This is great. Here's a little golden. How you doing, little golden? I know. Those quail waterers are great. And I swear by them. But the one thing is, when you go to dip their beak, you got just that little space to get their beak into. Oh wow, a little swin hose already on it. All right. So I know we had 7 Reeves pheasants this week hatch. We have more in the other brooder, but oops, that scared him. Scared me too. Hit the lamp. Yeah, okay, so 7 Reeves, 2 Swinho, and the rest were silver and goldens and yellow goldens. Okay, there's a little yellow. I think I did mark him. Is that his Popeyes? Okay. I think the more I talk, the more I spook them, so I don't want the ones running off into the corner and freezing to death, so we're going to make this kind of quick here. All right, so how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then 2 still on the hatcher. I need to fluff out and get ready to come out into the real world. So that's 18. Yeah, nice. You guys, don't run into the corner and get cold. We gotta give them a chance to settle, guys. All right, so how about that, guys? Now, those eggs were part of that power outage, and I think those were the last bit of the power outage, and we got damn near 100% hatch rate. That's awesome. I mean, hey, if you guys lose power, try to keep your incubator warm, some towels or a blanket or something, throw that on top of them or something like that, but don't throw out your eggs. Obviously, not all is lost. So now, let's go get some hard-boiled egg, chop that up, and give it to them. Now, the new ones, they don't really know what it is. You gotta let them, you know, check it out, get curious about it, peck around at it, and then they realize it's good. After about, you know, when they're 3 or 4 days old, that's when they really start to realize that, hey, this stuff is pretty good. And they'll start to peck at it on top of their feed, and it'll be all good to go. I'm gonna show you guys what the older chicks were talking about, so let's go. Okay, guys, there we go. I'm gonna throw in some egg here on their feed. Now they're gonna start pecking at that before too long, and they realize how good it is. And throw some out too so they can peck around at it. Frank? No, Frank. Frank's trying to jack our stuff. Frank, look at that. Okay, have a couple bites. All right, I'm gonna let these ones be. Let them get used to everything and calm down and see the, Frank, I'm trying to talk. See the egg kind of sticks out, you know, kind of contrasts with the topsoil. So they'll pick at that lighter stuff and get them started off great. All right, you guys, now let me show you what it's all about. These ones are very used to the egg. Come on, guys. Yeah, they're gonna go crazy over it. I still put some on their feet, of course. All right, now I'm gonna sign off. I know, don't get upset. I'll be back shortly. Anyhow, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. This was real fun making this video, and I swear by the egg crumbles. You have less mortalities at earlier stages if you feed your chicks some egg crumbles. Swear by it. Gotta try it. Gotta do it. Anyhow, hope you guys had fun. If you guys have any questions or comments, did I leave something out? Hit me up in the comments below. I'll get back to you guys. You guys know I will. And also, if you guys, the mosquitoes are bad this time of year. Anyhow, I'm gonna put my email right there. If you guys have any other questions or concerns, or if you guys want to reach out to me and, you know, try some products or something, anything like that, hit me up with that email right there. But until next time, this has been SplittinTracks Pheasantry signing off. Peace.